And we're back, the TAKful Creator here. Let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe, 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 ashe. Okay, so first and foremost, I appreciate y'all. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new to the channel, I appreciate you for coming back. Hey, soul family, come in for a hug. All that love. I want to appreciate your likes, your shares, your subscribes. I also want to appreciate your energetic compliance, confirmation, which means you allow me to tap into your energy, and I do the most I can to respect and offer appreciation for that. And in turn, you take this information and you go do the collective work. All right, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, that's how we work together. That's how we work in tandem. That's how this family succeeds. Okay, so right now we're working with our descriptive cards, and we're all this confirmation. Don't you love when it's completely silent and then you start reading and all of a sudden there's noise? It's amazing. There's some great ideas here. Okay, so when we're in our descriptive cards, we're getting a sense of who the chosen energy we're speaking to is, or who the chosen energy needs to beware of. Okay, so right now we have some kind of great idea with this dirty blonde energy. Okay, so I know personally I saw someone today with like gorgeous curls, absolutely gorgeous, and he had like a blonde highlight in his like brunette hair. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's just lovely. Like, I should get a wig like that. Not to say that I just don't want to dye my own hair, but you know, like, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And here we see the crown chakra. So it's a great idea if you want to go dirty blonde, okay? So there's a lot revolving around color symbolism right now, especially with the spiritual war that we're in. And so, like, if you see random colors, if colors call out to you, if you want to wear a specific color, definitely Google it. Definitely research what that color symbolizes and what it's attached to, because it can say a lot, confirmation about your conscience and your subconscious energy. Okay, so basically how you're showing up in the world, or how you're going to show up in the world, like a foreshadowing. And what you can do is you can use that to benefit you. Right, so if you were going to an interview and you needed to choose a color, maybe an accent color, pink would be a great color, especially if you are lacking on confidence. Right, a nice salmon color would be wonderful for you. I don't know who's out here trying to get a job. Here's a little plug. Okay, there's something that's far away though, which is very interesting, because we also have this near/soon here, and I guess this has to do with a bubble blower. So there's going to be someone who is most likely elderly, someone who is much older, because we're seeing this accent of gray hair here, who doesn't engage in drinking, doesn't engage in drugs in a way that offends people who do. Even if it's on a social level, the way that they interact with drugs and alcohol, the way that they view it, the way that they, I don't know, view other people with it is very negative. Okay, it's kind of uppity in a way that I don't know, doesn't allow for connection. It's just like, it's like a brick wall when you're talking to this individual about substances. Okay, but they're a bubble blower, which means that they're also the one that probably will snitch on you, especially if those intoxicants, right, were not legal in the area. You know, this is the type of energy that would snitch on you. Okay, so we know for certain this is not a chosen energy we're speaking on, because chosen energies aren't bubble blowers. Okay, if they're called to offer information, if they're called to speak on information, is usually divinely guided, and there's a much larger picture that's associated. But with a bubble blower, it's usually selfish. They want some kind of instant gratification, they want some kind of attention. It is oftentimes to make themselves look better. Okay, so this might happen near or soon with this older person. Okay, and we're going to figure out a scenario that you will most likely be a part of at some point, maybe in the past, present, or future, because you know these general readings are timeless. But we're seeing near/soon. So if you're watching this, I'm definitely gauging someone's about to try to snitch on you about something. Okay, and you are the type of person who naturally will find a better way. You know, you're really instinctive. You're usually on high alert, so you're observant. You pay attention to your surroundings in a way that facilitates movement. Okay, you don't just watch your surroundings like it's TV. You watch it so that you can complement it, or you watch it so that you can I don't know, I wouldn't even say benefit off of it, but like make it better, just like this, finding a better way. Okay, and that's just because you naturally are, I would say, balanced, especially if we're talking about a dirty blonde, where you have the benefit of having both blonde and brunette. It's the lighter, more inviting colors with the darker, more mysterious colors. It's showing the balance, right? Especially with your crown chakra, because you know your hair is on top of your crown chakra, right? Your hair is symbolic of the power, your connection with the ethereal realm. Okay, and in your crown chakra, that's where you get the information to assist your life in some way. Okay, so you must be getting some kind of great ideas. Something is sparking in your mind to do it, but you have to beware, because there's older people around you that want to benefit off of your idea. Okay, and although your idea may not come into fruition near or soon, maybe it would take a little bit longer for it to like fully develop, but what we're seeing is that someone is going to basically like leak this information sooner than is necessary because of their prudish lifestyle. Like maybe they don't feel like what you're doing is kosher, so they're speaking on it with other people. They're, you know, inquiring about it with others just to see how they feel about it, and maybe that will ease how they feel about it. I mean, I'm not getting that this energy over here, this older energy, is independent. I'm getting that their perceptions are socially driven. Okay, so whatever society feels, they're going to view that in the most prudish way. Okay, so I'm getting a sense of beware of this energy, but then I'm also being shown that this is a part of your unlocking, right? So the more upgrades you get, the more responsibility you have as a member of the collective, because you're not just taking in the information. Again, you're not watching TV. You are providing, encouraging, facilitating movement. Okay, that's action. You are putting these ideas into action. You're putting them into focus, if not just for you, for people around you. So you have to figure out how to move these great ideas that are being offered through your crown chakra in a way that is balanced materially. Okay, so it's going to take you, you know, trying multiple avenues to get the same result. So think of yourself as an experimentalist right now. Okay, you are a divine scientist, where you are getting information from your ancestors, your guides, the divine itself, other archangels, high vibrational or light beings. You're getting all of this information, and they are testing you to see if you can use it to better your life and the people's lives around you. But the way that they're offering you the information is not simplistic. They're not just saying move straight and make a left. They're telling you the end goal, and they're asking how you can morph your own abilities with their information in order to make sure that result, that vision that they offered you, can actually come into fruition in the best way possible. Okay, so let's say, for example, if, like a butterfly, you're coming out of a cocoon, but it's going to take you kind of pulling away from the courage to the courage to cowardly lion, you know, type of thing, or courage to cowardly dog type of vibe, and moving more into like a brave lion-esque mask. I don't know. That's just like a side message for you because of some Monday morning. And we know when we're speaking on mourning, we're basically paying homage to the dead, paying homage to melancholy, to solemn energy. Okay, and that's where you will be finding a better way. So whatever issues that you get in the morning, it's foreshadowing of what's going to happen throughout the rest of the day. Okay, so maybe you're waking up and you have like a tension right? There's some ideas that you have. There's something that's laying on your system, and you have to kind of figure out what it is. You know, you have this this feeling. It's weird. Like, you know, it's like you know something's going to happen, but you don't know quite what it is. But it's just like an eerie feeling type of thing, because this warm aura is far away, as you can see, you know, laid out by the cards. You're still called to, you know, follow this very narrow light that divine is offering you, while maintaining a sense of a plume, right? Elephants are known to have the best memories, right? They can remember faces. Elephants are empathic. They're able to feel emotions. They can cry, like I wouldn't say on spot, but there are cases of elephants having the ability to act. So maybe they don't feel sad, but they're able to, you know, shed a tear in the moment. You know, like, it's very human on how to kind of like manipulate emotion. So that's what I'm getting here. Like, there's some kind of emotional manipulation with this family room. So we're getting people with this gray hair that's constantly being prudish, constantly pushing old ideals that we can see socially don't happen, right? It's kind of putting a damper on your ability to be free, your ability to evolve and grow, because they're kind of like an elephant in a circus. They're encapsulating you. They are caging you. Even though you have this huge platform where you can go and perform and show your best skill sets, it's still within the confines of the people above you. Okay, and in a sense, that's this gray-haired energy. And that's just what? Because they've been here longer? Yeah, I guess that's what it is, because they've been here longer, right? So, now that we have some preemptive information on what energies this reading is on, right? Let's really see how this is going to play out in the 3D. Because we can see that it's negative. Someone has to be on high alert, and it's necessary because there's energies in the background, there's energies in the shadows that are excessively prudish. So we can tell that this energy over here is a little bit more free, I would say, right? This energy is a bit more free flowing. They're focused on maybe a marriage or a proposal with their twin flame, right? This is them finding a better way, which is separate, I guess, of how the elders had maybe initially envisioned this union or this scenario. And of course, here we go again with this Pisces and Aquarius energy. Okay, so let's ask our pendulum, who is the elder here? Oh, hi, Divine. Hi. Can you show me yes? Thank you. Can you show me no? Thank you. That we're on the right track. And maybe we need to double back. Double back, baby. Double back. Much appreciated. Okay, so we know that there's two energies here, right? And maybe an additional energy, because we're talking about the two peas in a pod. But we know that there's two main energies. One's a Pisces and one's an Aquarius. Confirmation. Okay, so then the Pisces is the gray-haired energy, negative. The Aquarius is the gray-haired energy, while the Pisces would be the energy that's more in the twinning phase, right? That's thinking about a marriage or proposal, a potential engagement. They're working through their crown chakra, and this is in tune with their divine flame, which is also their twin flame, right? In essence, they're finding a better way, most likely because of past relationships, since this is the focal point. Okay, whereas you have this gray-haired energy, and we're going to put this over here ironically next to the snakes, because I guess that's how They move very snake-like, even though they don't appear as it. That's the reason why it's in reverse here. Okay, so you wouldn't see them as a snake. You would see them probably as like an older individual who maybe is esteemed, that's had a lot of life, you know, basically what old people like to repeat on verbatim, you know, to show that they are great. Because I know a lot of older people who don't care to tell you about themselves because they're moving in their greatness. They don't need to express it to you. But I'm getting like this gray-haired energy, like you would want them to express themselves to you because it would show the snake-like energy that they have. Okay? But if they don't speak up very much, then their mask kind of deters people from seeing the real them. Okay? So this Aquarius that's over here, right? And there's something that's happening far, far away, or maybe this Aquarius is far, far away. I see that in the reverse here, we're talking about, you know, this is not the positive energy. We can tell that the chosen energy over here is the Pisces, and the not so chosen energy is this tick-like or leech-like individual that we call Aquarius. Okay, is moving very gray-haired. And again, there's nothing wrong with gray hair. Like, I have some gray hairs and I'm telling you I'm not dying. The second like my hair wants to go Pepe Le Pew, I'm doing it. It's fine. Shoot, I might dye it all gray. Really, I just think it's so mature. I think it's so mature, but for some reason, you know, just because it looks mature, it doesn't mean that the person who's wearing it is mature. And although I would fit the description of maturity matching the hair, I don't think this Aquarius is aligned, right? So they may physically be a mature grown individual, but they don't actively move like it. That is what their mask presents as. Okay? They're a gas guzzler, which means that they're hypocritical. They speak more game than their actions will prove. Okay? So in essence, their bark is a lot more dangerous than their bite, if they have a bite at all. Okay? Especially because his energy is older, you wouldn't really want them to have a bite. You get what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't want them to be in fighter energy. Okay? But these, as we can see, the Pisces card is all the way over here. The Aquarius card is all the way over here. Maybe these energies are far away from each other. It could be in frequency. It could be in overall alignment. There's something that's connecting them. But physically, emotionally, mentally, they are far away from each other. Okay? There's someone here that has like cheetah vibes, and they're a compulsive liar. Now, usually with the cheetah card, it is symbolic of like promiscuity, right? Promiscuity with a bit of youth and liveliness. It's not really like, I wouldn't say it's like a true cheater, but it's someone who is not looking to marry. It's someone who is looking for a good time, looking as to pleasure seek, right? And combined with this compulsive liar card, it just shows like a lustful spirit, like a lustful demonic spirit that's attached to them. And a lot of people have it, you know, with people watching porn all the time, and people investing in, you know, sexual affairs very often, and not really seeing the importance and the connection of like this twin flame, like the true divine connection, opposed to all this little pleasure seeking. Like, I'm getting like a juvenile energy here, juvenile mindset. So if this juvenile mindset is here, it can't be attached to the Pisces, who is with their twin flame, finding a better way and thinking about engagement and marriage and all. Who's really instinctive and is on high alert, which means that they're assuring that nothing kind of toys with this, right? We're getting this other energy that is kind of throwing a wrench out there. But here we have this Aquarius energy. As you can see, the way the cards are flowing, it's like they're tiptoeing to this Pisces. It's like they're moving over to this kind of guarded land, right? But why? Because of some kind of rebound energy and social media. This person actually moves more like a brown noser and kind of is hormonal. So they're like PMSing all the time. They may not even have their monthly anymore, but it's like their emotions are constantly rage filled or aggressive or catty or sarcastic, or it's just like, if they're not putting on a mask to have you like them, it's like they're showing their bitterness and resentfulness. Okay, maybe this Pisces is the firstborn, or maybe this Pisces is focusing on the firstborn, because we're talking about a marriage or proposal here, and practice makes permanent. So if they're finding a better way and they're redeveloping maybe like the idea of what a union should look like, a divine union should look like, it's possibly to improve with the divine union that they saw here, the quote-unquote divine union, right? Because I'm getting no religious ties, so that the Pisces is not saying like, this is under God specifically. I'm gauging like, maybe the individuals here didn't really have like a religious base, so this Aquarius and how they handled maybe relationships up until this point was based on the 3D. So it was based on materials, based on money, based on maybe a firstborn, right? Based on having children, right? It's based on, I would say, very practical things opposed to love. So maybe this Pisces is moving where, the relationship should be based on love. And so that is the biggest distinguishing factor between the generations, where 2-3 generations ago, you weren't able to do anything unless you married. Okay, so it was basically a contract to allow you the ability to thrive in America. Whereas now it's like, you can get married, you cannot get married. Honestly, if you move as a single individual, you probably would get a lot more benefits than moving as a couple, right? And so even knowing this, it's like this Pisces cannot do what the older generation did. The Pisces can't marry for financial gain or whatever the case is, because, there's more financial gain in being independent. So it's like, why be in a relationship? What is the reason? And now this Pisces understands that it's about finding someone. And like I said, love, but love didn't even come out yet. So it's about finding someone that mirrors you, right? Mirrors your development, mirrors your perception, your growth, that you can see yourself in a way that you can't unsee it, if you get what I'm saying. So like, even on a negative day, you look at this individual as someone who is going through a problem, not someone who is angry and bitter and stuff. Like, there's a part of you that overly humanizes the other individual because you see yourself. And oftentimes, this happens with a true twin flame or a true soul union. Okay? That is not centered around money. That's not centered around knocking someone up and then, proposing because, well, now you're stuck with them. Like, it has nothing to do with that. Like, this Pisces is definitely on a different level, as we can see based on the card. So what the Pisces is going through is on a higher frequency than what this Aquarius has been through. Because the Aquarius is gray haired, they're older, and they're, they've had so many experiences. That's what has them level up in frequency. That's why their energy is up here. But that's because they've been a tick or a leech to energies that are around them. That's what gave them their ascension. But if you note, all of their present actions are on the table. They're low frequency. Okay? And we can even see by this Pisces being instinctive and high alert, that is fear-based. It's fear-based because this Pisces feels like this can be taken away because of the energies that are over here. Okay? So, I mean, it's not necessarily wrong for the Pisces to be low frequency in the smallest regard, because that's the only way they will be able to be with the older generation. Okay? That's how you learn. That's how you make sure you don't repeat history in negative ways, for you to learn from other people who have experienced things. So what is a good way for you to be in alignment? Having this instinctive quality, right? Being on high alert, always wanting to observe, always wanting to learn, because that's like the highest level of fear you can have, which is still low vibrational. I just want to put that out there. Fear is still low vibrational, but it gets the job done. So it's like, want to get the job done or don't get the job done? And we can't use high frequency. What are you going to do? Well, use the highest of the low frequency, which is being instinctive. Okay? This is broadcasted information, but you know, this is clean version. I mean, like, what the government authorities are doing with this, like, feast or famine, and I'm definitely gauging, like, financial restrictions. Like, I'm gauging, like, people are trying to throw a wrench in how things are maneuvered, in a way not offering justice. Okay? Because of this motherly energy, quote unquote. So we can see that this mature female, this mature, quote unquote, Aquarius energy is a mom or a grandmother of this Pisces. Okay? And it's not very private about information. So it's not like this person, you know, keeps things hidden. They speak up about their perceptions, their experiences. They speak up about how they feel about the Pisces and what they're going through. They're very vocal in that regard. Okay, but it shows that there's no amount of healing. It's based on their illusions. They're making stuff up, right? And basically are manifesting these things for the Pisces in a way that it's going to kind of like trickle back and get them, right? With the hand delivery type of thing. So let's say this Aquarius is like, well, you know, if you're doing this negative thing is going to happen, and this negative thing is going to happen, and this negative thing is going to happen, and they're constantly pushing that the Pisces route right now is just not the right route. Even though the Pisces is moving in divine flow, the Aquarius is doing everything they can to throw a wrench. They're doing everything they can to be negative and have this Pisces move in reverse. But all the negativity that they're saying, even if the Pisces is not aware of it, because like we said, like, this is a chatty Cathy that speaks not only to maybe family members or to the Pisces, but speaks to outside people in order to absorb their energy, absorb how they feel, absorb their perceptions, so that they can feel more secure with how they're moving in the world, right? And they keep moving, they keep talking, they keep going to individuals until they find someone who supports their claim. That's where this tick or leech is really coming into play. Okay, but at the end of the day, the Pisces know that this is a game, and the Aquarius is moving more like a vulture. There is a reading about that I just posted not too long ago. I'll add it to this. But how an Aquarius likes to move in vulture energy, like to kind of pick on the decaying. We have to already know that you're dead in order to like pick at you so that you don't attack us, type of thing. Well, this energy is no longer doing that. Now they're attacking people. They're attacking hobbies and experiences that other people have, whether or not, you know, the person is going to respond negatively, whether or not the person is going to be provoked and do something like this. This energy doesn't care anymore. They're considered just the sinner. And there's so many Bible verses that can speak on older women using their jealousy and envy and resentment and bitterness to kind of sway people from moving in light, right? But that's all being cast away, because this Pisces don't care if this other energy is pissed, like, because we have this pissy bladder here, but they don't care if they're pissed. They understand, like, this is a game, and at the end of the day, like, they're at the beginning of their game and they're trying to play it to where they can win. This Aquarius and whatever lifestyle they lived, they didn't view it like a game. They viewed it like a prison sentence, and that is no longer what is acceptable. Okay, so it's causing some kind of mental entrapment because of this proposition. right? So maybe this Aquarius found out about this Pisces and this twinning vibe with this marriage or proposal. This proposition has now put this Aquarius in some kind of emotional frenzy. That means that they could be crying, they could be screaming, they could be standoffish, like rage filled, like whatever, just not taking things well. And because they're older, it's like no one can really sit them down and be like, you know, your behavior is unbecoming of the future you, like old people like to say to younger people all the time. It's more so like you have to tell this person, you know, you're close to death and you really acting like God can't, you know, throw a few more jabs in there before he take you out. Like, you need to stop moving like a sinner, bro. Like, to find God, or you need to find peace somewhere. You need to leave this Pisces alone, because you're gonna find peace sooner than you think if you keep trying this Pisces. I'm telling you, the tick/leech is going to be reversed, and that leak energy, which means somebody's listening to me per usual. But go ahead, tell whoever you like. I don't give a flying fladoodle. It's probably a Scorpio listening, or this energy is going to tell a Scorpio. Yes, by all means, snitch to a Scorpio. This hate is on. It's on fire. The roof is on fire. We don't need to worry because we're on the Pisces side. We're chosen energy, right? We don't have to worry. These moths to a flame, we know moths are enemies. It's going to take your personal willpower for you to just stomp them out, okay? So when we talk about moth to a flame, you're the flame here, Pisces. Chosen energy, you are the flame. Let these energies just burn up, okay? This would take some kind of spiritual communication, though. All right, so don't ignore your guides. Don't ignore the divine. You might hear some random messages and no one's around you. You looking around like, who said that? Don't ask, okay? The ethereal realm defies logic, okay? So if you want to make something logical, then you are really moving in the 3D. That's 3. We're going to move up 2 and go to 5. That's a higher number, and it takes you opening up your perception, right? Opening up your mind past the illusions of what society has taught you up until this point. You're a big person. I know you can do it now. I know. We all got to grow up sometime, okay? So have this spiritual communication. Yeah, you may think that you look weird or you sound weird, or someone's going to think you crazy. Maybe someone's going to put you in a little white straitjacket in a room full of pillows. But that means someone has to be invested in your life. They have to care enough about your mental entrapment for them to go pay somebody to put you in that room, okay? So before you let your fear of what other people might feel about you deter you from the exact method of communication that's going to help you squash this older energy without you looking like a bad person, I would say just talk to the spirits, bro. If you want to call it praying, I know you don't really have religious ties. Maybe you're more spiritual now. That's what you're coming to. Okay, well, pray. Pray. That's basically you talking to yourself with your eyes closed and saying that God is listening. So pray. That is a form of spiritual communication. Now, don't be alarmed if you get a response, though. A lot of the time when people pray, we don't think we're getting a response. We think we just cashing in a complaint, Did you cry around Valentine's Day? Maybe this person cried around Valentine's Day. Maybe, we're getting gray energy, gray hair energy. Maybe this is like an old love. Maybe that's what the gray hair is talking about. Like, this love has passed away, or should have passed away a long time ago. It's about done, but they're coming back into it. Or that, this Aquarius is born near Valentine's Day. Obviously, Aquarius is the end of January, beginning of February. So this Aquarius is tearing up. They're crying. They're allowing their emotions to kind of get the best of them. They're not really understanding what these emotions are and why they have them. They're just having them. That could be dangerous because emotions manifest. So if you're not pointing your emotions in a certain direction, it could be like that spider vibe, and you throw a rock over here, but then a building over there goes up in flames. love when the camera shuts off. But that's what's causing these lower vibrational energies to be forced into the upright, to be forced into like a higher echelon, or have to deal with chaos and all of this negativity because they're festering in this low vibrational way. I don't know, maybe the twin of this Pisces is a dirty blonde. Ooh, I get. Okay, there's a lack of independence here with the side mission. Okay, Scotch tape. So whatever resolve that has been made up until this point, maybe with this Aquarius trying to stomp on this Pisces, you know, engagement, or maybe this Pisces wanting to have this Aquarius understand what's happening. It's like it's a quick fix. Like they're using Scotch tape, and it's not really connected to anything, right? So like when we say like things are independent, like its soul is by itself. A cat's usually independent, but within in the reverse, it's like there's a level of dependency that's there, but it's not being talked about. So like the Aquarius is dependent on this Pisces energy. That's where this tick or leech is here. They're depending on the energy, but they can't fix the relationship between them. It's fixed right now with Scotch tape because they're just so misaligned. And in actuality, the Pisces, actually the Pisces doesn't really need to be in alignment with this Aquarius. The Pisces honestly could just let this Aquarius go and just, you know, drop the bad habit. But it's a bit more difficult because of whatever connection. And I'm getting more familial connection. And that's why this is a side mission. So for this Pisces to do all of this, they are breaking generational curses, right? Or generational issues, traditional problems, cultural issues. They are resolving these problems in the bloodline. But they don't need the family to do that. Having the family members also be on the same page is a side mission, because they can do it technically on their own. When we are curing, right, all the toxicity within our bloodlines, is really for the next generation. It's not for the previous ones. Yes, we can help the previous ones so that they can stop offering so much toxicity to the new generations, but it's really to enhance what's in the future. Okay, so I wish this Pisces the best of luck. I really do, because we already see there's amazing things happening for you, because you're moving in divine flow. But you have to relinquish like your own attachment to this energy. Okay, so it's easier said than done, so I'm not going to say any more on that one. All right, you can contact me for personal, and then I'll let you know exactly what you need to do. But that's nowhere here or there. Okay, I'll see you soon. Until the next.